Are you hearing music? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a Silver Sneakers chair yoga class with Olivia. I'm Olivia, and this is my church home, North Presbyterian Church in Williamsville, New York. I'm delighted you chose to come to class today. If it's your first time, I hope you will find it to be beneficial to your general health and well-being. If you've been here before, welcome back. I have a list of things that always keep me from this self-care, and I'm sure you all do too, and I'm not even sure I can name them on two hands. I wrote them down. My work, fortunately this is my job, one of them. I have errands, my children and grandchildren. I have appointments, I got a grocery shop. I have a ton of emails to answer. My house is a wreck. I've had out-of-town guests. I have friends I need to visit. I have church, community, and all these things put personal self-care at the very bottom of the list. So today, by clicking on this video, you have said you're important, and your own self-care is important. And having that mindset, let's get started. Oh, is it not working? Oh, shoot. There we go. My fault. All right. So come out to the edge of your seat today, and if you remember one day I put some books underneath my feet. Today I have some blocks. And out at the edge of your seat, if you have shorter legs, you may find this to be kind of helpful. It releases the pressure on the back of the legs there and just lets them release a little bit more. The blood flow then going back this way towards the heart instead of down that way. Yeah. Okay, so sitting tall on your sit bones, they're right underneath you. Pay attention to that. In fact, if you want to rock forward and back, and then find the absolute top of the sit bones. Draw the navel in towards your spine, pull the belly in, lift the heart. And then just ever so slight tuck in the chin. Now I'm looking up because my camera is up here, but I want you to just take an ever so slight tuck in your chin right there. Close your eyes. Come back inside of your skin. Take a few really delicious long inhales and long exhale, and that's when you'll find yourself learn how to let go, is during the exhale. Remembering that your breath provides food for your tissues, your cells, your tissues, your organs, your organ systems. Maybe at the bottom of that inhale, you can just be still for 1 second. If closing your eyes is difficult, then just drop your gaze downward. A gentle way to start the morning for sure. With that tall spine, let's tip the head over, almost as if you're reaching to the ceiling with your ear, and then I'm going to extend my arm out to the side, feeling that tingling down the arm, in the neck, and then release, coming back to the center, pass through, we switch, ear lifts to the ceiling, and maybe extend out. So today by self-care, I mean find what feels good to you. Switch and come back. Drop the chin down towards your chest, but lengthen the back of the neck here. So find what feels good. You want to honor your abilities, recognize and celebrate your limitations. It's okay. And rejoice in some accomplishments. Take your gaze over the right shoulder. And then switch to the left. Progress, not perfection, is just fine. Back to the center. Let's release the arms down. I'm going to take these away for right now for me. Get me really out to the edge of the seat and release the arms down. Okay, so I'm going to turn the palms to the back, all right? Because I'm going to lift up on my shoulders and then press right back down as if I was going to lift myself out of the seat. So lifting up, elbows come back towards the back diagonal and press down. But let's focus on the shoulders now. Shrug them big time and press them back down. Okay. So range of motion upward and downward with the shoulders. Again, 2 more. Range of motion, lifting up and roll, pressing down. 1 more time and down. I just realized I hadn't shut my phone off. 1 more time and down. Okay, so now we're going to go forward and back. So what we're going to do is draw the shoulder blades apart from one another, so reach the fingers forward, and then you can curl the fingers in if you'd like and draw them back. If that helps you bend the elbows and do that, that's okay. Reach forward and pull them back. Again, reach forward and pull them back, like you're going to just reach around somebody's little body there and pull them back. 1 more time and pull them back. Release the arms back down. Let's walk the feet wide and we'll get into the hips now. Let the shoulders rest for a bit and then circling around. So get into those hips right there. Let's get the juices flowing in the core muscles and breathe. All right, we head the other way. Over and around. 2 more. And last 4. All right, back to the center. A little cat and cow. Slide the hands back by the crease of the hip and press down on the belly of those quadricep muscles, lifting the heart. And then exhale, we slide to the kneecaps and roll back towards the tailbone. Exhale, bring that belly in. And then again, inhale, we lift the heart, elbows back. Exhale, scoop the belly, navel in as you exhale. Again. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. All right, just sitting up tall. Let's take the outside edge of the hands together right there. And then inhale, open the arms. Exhale, press the fingers forward. Breathe with this. Exhale. I think one thing that's nice about practicing at home when you're alone, you tend to not have to look around and see, oh, what everybody else is doing. You really are probably, at least I hope, paying more attention to the rhythm of your own breath instead of everybody else. All right, and let's just roll the shoulders around now. Whatever feels good to you. You want to take the full range of motion, that's okay. Or just smaller, it's okay. 1 more time. All right, and release. Let's walk the feet in. So they're going to be about hip distance apart. We're going to do this standing, so I want to practice this right now. Take your left hand on that right thigh and then slide forward, maybe slide down your leg as if you're going to pull your socks up or something and come right back up. So I'm going to turn on the diagonal, look to the left and come down. What I have to say is key here is you have to pull that navel in towards your spine. That's going to sandwich in like a girdle around your midsection and prevent those discs from popping out, right? Deep breath in, exhale, we hinge. And I'm keeping a straight back as I do this. You may not get all the way down as far as I am. You may want to go all the way to the ground, all right? But belly is in and spine is very straight. And 1 more time. All right, fingers out in front. Now we're going to draw that hand back and take the gaze over, scoop it back up. We go the other way. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. And inhale. Deep breath. A lovely forward fold. Tuck the chin for one moment to look underneath the chair. And then inhale, halfway rise up the legs, heart comes forward. Let's push the sit bones back on the chair there. So we hollow the belly to do that. Sweep into chair pose and come all the way back up. All right, up comes that right leg. A little work in the ankle first, and then out in the knee. All right, again, out and back in. One more. And we'll get a little more work here in the hip, getting ready for our goddess pose later. Reaching out. Again, now it's time to roll back towards the tip of the sit bones and release. Other side, lifting up. Flex and point and wiggle the toes, whatever feels good, and then out and in. Lifting up a little bit higher. Add that point and flex if you'd like. If it feels good, just get the joints moving. That's what they're all about. That's why we have joints. And one more time. All right, out to the side. And let's circle that around. Lovely. All right, hold it out. And come on back in. Let's slide that right leg out. And then grab hold of the chair behind you here. You need to be sitting forward to really get that heel on the ground. So you've got just the tip of the sit bones right on the edge of the seat. Press into the heel of the hand, lift the heart. And then I'm going to switch to my leg, take a little bit of a hinge, about 90 degrees here. I'm looking at the toe first, and then bring the heart forward. Nice. Both feet on the ground. Tuck your chin, look underneath, and then scoop the belly, roll the spine back up. We switch to the other foot, hands on the chair, shoulder blades, elbows back, lift the heart. So you're going to lengthen the front body here. Yeah, pull that belly in. And then we're going to go the other way. So hinge forward. I have a little bend in my knee, as much as you need to feel good. Looking at the toes, and then bring the heart forward. All right, both feet here. Release down, tuck the chin, look back, excuse me, underneath the seat, and then push on the thighs. Let's roll right back up. And get the feet, walk the feet back a bit more. Get yourself out to the edge of the seat if you're not already. We're going to stand up. It's going to be a lot easier if you're out there. Deep breath in. I'm going to cross my hands on my heart. You can use this, or you can turn to the chair. All right, one more breath. Deep breath. Exhale, belly in. We rise up. Nice. Coming into standing mountain pose. So the heels are underneath the sit bones, toes facing straight ahead. Draw the tailbone towards the ground. Lift up on the pelvic floor. Pull the belly in. And then draw the rib cage. As the spine is lengthening skyward, you're connecting the ribs to the hips. I'm going to encourage you sometime, get in front of your full-length mirror and show your belly. Do those three things. Lift the pelvic floor as you're watching your stomach. Pull the navel in. Connect the ribs to the hips, and you will just see that belly change. Promise you. All those different muscle groups where they intersect will pull that belly in. We need to be walking through the world in mountain pose. So find it right now. My elbows have tucked in. The palms begin to press forward just a little bit. And then if you're comfortable, close your eyes for a moment. Take those deep breaths in again. Nice deep inhale, long exhale. Nobody gets dizzy, please. All right, deep breath in, palms to the ceiling, reaching skyward. And then we're going to forward fold. I'm going to bend my elbows and bend my knees. Hands tuck the chin, look underneath the chair, and then halfway rise, bring the hands to the thigh muscles right there. Breathing deep. And then bend the knees, and this time we're going to reverse swan dive all the way back up. Deep breath in. Now we're going to do what we did when we were seated. The left hand is going to come to the right knee. I'm going to put my one hand on the hip. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, slide down towards the knee. Maybe you'll reach it down lower. Your call. Come right back up. We go to the other side. Deep breath in. Slide down the leg. Watch me do this if you haven't seen this before, because what I want you to do is be sure you notice my knees are coming straight ahead. They're not buckling in, right? It's a chair pose, basically. So my sit bones are going to the back wall. My knees are facing straight ahead. My heart is lifting to the camera here. So I'm not crunching down. I'm lifting the heart. Let's get all those things going. Belly's in for sure. And again, getting a little workout in the legs, and that's a good thing. All right, one more time. And all the way back up. Come back to mountain pose, nice and tall. Okay, another little stretch across the back. Take the hands on the thigh muscles. I'm going to turn the side so you see this. Deep breath in, long spine. Exhale, I'm going to slide my fingers down as far as they will go, just rounding the upper body. And then inhale, the hands are going to come back towards the back of my legs, and I'm going to lift the heart. Again, exhale, tailbone drawing to the ground, and then back. Get that strength in the back. Tailbone still drawing to the ground. Nothing's changed there. And come right back up. One more time. And right back up. All right. So just let the arms swing around. As you do this, be sure you're lifting up on that opposite heel. And just let the arms sort of slap around you there. All right. Nice. Okie doke. Then let them stop on their very own. Get a drink of water. Let's come around to the back of the chair. All right. Okay, our first downward facing dog. We'll get this great stretch in. It's one of my favorite. Walk your feet out. They're going to be underneath the hips. Your head may come between the arms. It may be higher, but if it was down, it would be heading towards them, right? Hollow your belly. Tip the pelvis towards the sit bones towards the back wall. Soften your knees as much as you need to do that. Take a couple of deep breaths into the back ribs because your belly is pulled in. And if you need a little wiggle in anything here to make it feel better, feel good, go ahead and do that. You want to sink into one knee and the other. Roll the shoulders. And then come back to stillness, breathing deep. One more breath. Taking the gaze over the chair. One little baby step into the chair. Fingers are facing straight ahead. I'm going to sink in towards the chair, bring the heart down, and then push right back up. So I'm going to use my arms to do this from the side. So I'm stepping away from the chair just a little bit. Elbows come right down towards the ground and push right back up. We get some strength in our tricep muscles when we do this. And push. I always say no weight on the chair, but yes, there is weight on the chair now. And one more time. And push right back up. All right, come away from the chair. Let's take those hands to the back, elbows to the ceiling, and get a little stretch in through those tricep muscles. Okay. All right, so we're going to try kind of another sun salutation today, all right? But I want you to come around to the right side of the chair. Let's see if we can do this here. I think we can. Yeah. So coming into mountain pose, and you've got the chair handy. So I'm going to step up a little closer to it. So maybe you need to use the hand on the chair wherever you need to. Just you have it handy there. All right. So for mountain pose, take a deep breath in. And on the next deep breath, arms up. We forward fold. You know this. You can take one hand on the chair, halfway rise, bring the heart forward, and then stepping back on the right foot, left foot, doesn't really matter. We're going to get them both in here. Use the chair if you need to, one hand or two hands. Deep breath. Circle sweep, rise both feet together, and release right back down to mountain pose. Again, deep breath. A forward fold, halfway rise, stepping back on the other foot, use the chair as much as you need to. Deep breath, circle sweep, stand up nice and tall. All right, I'm going to add to that now. Halfway rise, stepping back, warrior one. Front knee over the ankle, right? Reach forward, stand up tall. Deep breath in, forward fold. Halfway rise, step back. Warrior one. Keep the arms up by the ears, reach forward, belly in, feet together. Now, we're going to take that same thing we did earlier. We're going to drop that left hand down to the right leg. I'm going to turn that right hand. You can always put it in your back pocket. Rise right back up. We go the other way. Turn the hand, slide down. Keep the knees even here. Slide right back up and bringing the hands into the heart. Okay, from here, one hand on the chair, and I'm going to bring the knee up to the front. We're going to switch and do this on the other side then too, so no worries. You'll always have that chair handy. Okay. Maybe you find balance, maybe you don't. This is going to be our sunbird. Right? Drop the knee to the ground, keeping that heel curled in. One arm up. Remember, we've done this like dancer pose, but now what I want you to do is we're going to hinge forward just a little bit. That sole of the foot is going to the back wall, and then it begins to come up. So I'm working the glute, hamstrings here. Find length, fingertips away from the knee this time. Breathing deep. Come forward, toe ball heel down on the ground, and we're going to hinge forward. Put a micro bend in that leg. Use the chair if you need to. You probably will. I like to have that chair. And then that right hand is going to reach back. Tuck the chin, look towards the toes, but let the heart move forward and the belly come in. Breathing deep. All right, can you release the other arm by your hip? And then we're going to push right back up. Use those toes in the front. Feet together. And all the way down. All right, let's move to the other side, and we'll take just sunbirds over there. Okay, so lifting up on that knee first, finding your balance. You can always keep the toe on the ground if you need a touch point, or it's a lot of work on the quadricep muscle. That's fine too. Little micro bend in that supporting leg, but my supporting leg is really working. So from here, maybe find balance. Keep one hand on the chair if you need to. Drop the knee and curl that heel in. So I'm going to micro bend my supporting leg and reach to the ceiling. Here we go. Heel presses back. Heel's going to press to the ceiling. And then the knee stretches far from the fingertips. Sunbirds. One more breath. All right. Back up. We're going to take that foot forward. It's not a big walking step, but it's a walking step. You're off the tightrope. And we're going to hinge at the hip. Nice straight back. Heart's coming forward, and then take a tuck to the chin. We're going to reach back with the left hand, and should you find balance, reach back with the right, or get that chair handy. And breathe deep. Pyramid pose. And now pushing into the front toes, we come right back up, and you should be right back in that mountain pose. Step both feet together and bring the hands back to the heart. Release. All right, get yourself another drink of water, and we'll move on from here. Okay. Let's come back to downward facing dog first. So stepping on back. Fingertips are extended out to the front. Hollow your belly. Breathe deep. All right, looking over the chair. Step in, step the feet, oh no, you know what, let's step the feet together first, okay? I have a little flow series we're gonna do here. So standing in mountain pose, both arms up. Now as we take this little arc over, if it feels better for you to have one hand on the thigh, go ahead and do so. Both arms up. I'm gonna take a baby arc over to one side, back up. Are we breathing? Deep breath. Exhale, squeeze the ribs. Deep breath. Step the feet out wide. Sunflowers. Come right back up. Over to one side. Back to the center. Over to the other side. Back to the center. Here's our goddess pose. All right. So now we're going to straighten one leg. Back to the center. Straighten the right leg. Bend the right knee. Back to goddess. Bend the left knee deeper. Back to goddess. Bend the right knee deeper. Back to goddess. Deep breath in. Sunflowers. Rise up. Star pose. Beautiful. Bring the hands back together. We're going to try it one more time. That's if I remember it all. Right to the ceiling. Baby arc over. Inhale. Exhale, baby arc over. Inhale. Feet wide, sunflowers, and up. Come into goddess pose. So, bend that right knee back to the center. Bend that left back to the center. Bend that right knee to the center one more time. Left knee to the center. Star pose. Reach up, tailbone to the ground, drop your shoulders. Hands together and back. Walk. Use the chair if you need to. Jump your feet in. Downward facing dog. Nice. One more breath. And bring the hands back to the thigh muscles. Sink into the knees. We're going to round the spine and roll back up this time. So push through the thigh muscles. Coming back up, roll the shoulders around and down. All right, let's step in on the right foot and back on the left foot and windmill that left arm around. Come into our warrior two position. So you are looking over those two peace fingers right to the front. But here's what I did. I turned my body, didn't I? So what I want you to do is turn the body first towards the left wall. Grab the ground with the baby toe edge of your feet, and then just turn the chin, looking over the two peace fingers. Beautiful. Reach to the ceiling. Sink into that knee a little bit deeper first, and then we're going to straighten that knee, and we're going to windmill into our triangle pose. So using the chair, let that arm float skyward again. Your whole body faces the left wall. In fact, let the hips press a little deeper to the left wall as you draw the shoulders back here. Beautiful. One more breath. Lowering that hand down, back to the chair. Lift that back heel. A little baby back bend here. Step that back foot in, and let's go the other side. So stepping down, front knee over the ankle, windmill that arm. So look towards that right wall first and notice that you have not buckled into the big toe, but you've got that baby toe edge of your foot on the ground, and then turn the chin looking over the two peace fingers. Sink into the knee as we come into our reverse. Straightening that knee as we come into triangle pose. Use the chair there if you'd like. Reach to the ceiling. Using the toes, firm the legs around the thigh bones. Let the hips press ever so slightly more towards the right wall, and draw the shoulders towards the left wall. Turn the gaze if you can. All right, both hands on the chair. Now lift that back heel. It's going to face the ceiling. I have hold of the chair. I'm going to straighten my arms a bit more, maybe straighten the leg. Take this little baby back bend. Step both feet in. Back to mountain pose. And a nice ta-da! All right, so grab another drink of water. Let's sit back down. Okay, that's enough. All right, we'll get our one piriformis stretch in here. Lifting up on that right knee, sit nice and tall. And then exhale. We're going to lift that heel up and over. You know, if you've had hip replacement, hip trouble, knee trouble, you don't ever cross the midline, right? So in this position, you find your perfect stretch. You can draw that back more towards the hip bone. You can hold it up. You can press it down. You can hold the outside edge. You can put the foot on the ground, all right? Whatever will be your piriformis stretch today. It's a wonderful figure 4, half pigeon, half lotus, that really gets into that piriformis muscle that runs in through the pelvis and loves that sciatic nerve. Okay, once you have rolled to the tip of the sit bones, if a little more stretch forward by bringing the heart forward, it feels good, do that. Toe stays flexed. One more. All right, I'm going to drop this foot down and put the hands on the back of my chair. Now, depending on your chair, depending on the strength in your torso, I'm going to press elbows to the back. I'm going to press into the heel of my hand, hollow my belly, and then I'm going to tuck the tailbone, and I'm actually today going to lift the hips off of the seat. Depends on the strength in your arm, looking right down towards your device here. And then get your hips back on the seat. We take the other side. Okay. Oops, sorry. Lift up nice and tall first, and then taking that leg over. Same thing applies for this one as the other one. If it's not part of your practice, please don't do it. Foot is flexed, and you have lots of options here. You may find this leg to be a little more flexible, maybe less flexible. Whatever, you're going to honor your capabilities and respect your limitations, right? Here we go. Find the tip of the sit bones. Maybe a brief hinge forward. And then find your breath. Celebrate your capabilities, that's what I mean. And respect your limitations. And this is a perfect place where we all might have to do that. All right, coming back up, let's put that foot on the ground. We're going to take that crossover, so hands to the heart, deep breath, exhale, or the twist, and then just opening the arms down. I ask you to twist using just the core muscles, and then you may just extend them downward. Wherever they land. But be aware of the fact that your spine is straight. Your shoulders are parallel to the ground, so that front one has not dropped. All right, keep it lifted and parallel. Hands back to the heart. Return to the front. Take a breath. Exhale, we go the other way. Opening the arms. Once again, be sure that right shoulder hasn't dropped. It's going to stay parallel, so lift it, lift it. Come on back to the front. Let's scoot all the way to the back of the chair. And one last stretch. Back and the legs, just like when you get out of bed in the morning. And then settle on in. Scrunch your face up. Let it just relax, including those powerful jaw muscles. And if you have a nice chair, you can get a massage on the back. Go ahead and do that. Push your back into it. And then we settle in. Maybe you need your blocks forward here. Maybe you don't. And so for a matter of moments here, come back to stillness. Pay attention to the deepness, the fullness of your breath. And then just let the breath come back to its natural rhythm. Your teeth have unclenched. Let the hands find their way to your heart. Eyes open, soft gaze. Remembering the mind doth thrive on stillness, and the body doth thrive on movement. Dropping your chin to your chest. Thank you for your presence in class today. Thank yourself for taking time for some self-care. Today, another day to shine your light. Namaste, dear friends. Again, thank you for coming. I am in person here on Mondays at 10:15. Would love to have you join me. There is no charge. If not, I'll see you next Wednesday, 10:30 live stream. Thanks. Bye.